Hello and welcome to our first video. I hope you are well. So we've entered a new season, a new month. So today's practice is going to be focusing on grounding, on balance, and finding that sense of center when things are starting to change around us. So let's start sitting. Pop a mat out if you've got a block. You can use a block. If not, grab a cushion, a pillow, and you can sit on that. Now let's get started. So come and take a comfortable seat. You might have the legs crossed, you might have the legs out long, you might kneel. And you can always pop that block or cushion underneath the hips just to sit up a little higher. And so finding whatever is most comfortable for you. And then perhaps the eyes start to close. Or maybe you just soften the gaze. Letting the hands rest perhaps on the lap, on the knees or thighs, whatever feels most comfortable. And take your time setting yourself up here. Making sure that you feel comfortable, you feel grounded, you feel secure. And finding that nice length up through the spine, up through the crown of the head. This sense of lightness in the upper body, this sense of rooting in the lower body, in the sitting bones. And just starting to notice how your body is feeling here today. Maybe there are some aches and pains, areas of injury or sensitivity. Maybe scanning up and down through the body once or twice, being aware of any sensations. And there's no right or wrong way we need to be feeling. Just bringing awareness to ourselves here, dropping it into the body. Perhaps we start to tap into how we're feeling energy-wise today. If we're ready for movement, if we're feeling active, if we're feeling that sort of bubbly, excited feel. Or if maybe we're feeling a little bit tired, a little bit groggy, maybe a bit worse for wear. And knowing that, it's a broad spectrum. You could be anywhere in between or outside of those things I've named. Maybe there are emotions, feelings, just recognizing what those might be. And then paying attention to your breath here, seeing if we can avoid changing the breath just yet, but just start to notice that natural ebb and flow, your body's natural breath, natural rhythm. Maybe you notice the belly or the shoulders, the chest rising and falling. Maybe you can hear the breath. Maybe you can feel the breath in the nostrils. See if we can relax the belly here, noticing if we're holding the abdomen in at all. See if we can fully let it all soften. And I'll invite you on your next breath in to see if we can start to first breathe into the belly and feel this widening through the rib cage. Still on the same breath, we fill up at the top of the chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage and belly. Maybe place a hand on the abdomen just to help. Inhaling again, breathing into the belly, the rib cage and the chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage and belly. Let's do this a few more times. See if we can start to slowly lengthen the breath, the inhale and the exhale. The 3-part breath, or Maha Pranayama. Paying attention to how we're breathing here, how it feels. Try not to strain, just sort of exploring this deeper, wider breath. 2 more rounds in and out. After that last exhale, just allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Notice if the spine, the shoulders have started to round. So take your next breath in, just seeing if we can sit up a little taller. You might even roll the shoulders back once or twice. Taking a breath in. As you exhale, let's drop the left ear to left shoulder as we open through the right side of the neck. Again, take a breath in here. Exhale, roll the chin down to the chest as we start to come to the other side. Right ear drawing to right shoulder, lengthening the left. Inhale. Exhale again, coming back to that first side. We drop the chin. Opening through the back of the neck as we do. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, we tuck the chin. So again, we want to move nice and slowly here, mindfully, as we just gently warm up through the neck. Easing some of that tightness we might be holding in the shoulders, in the neck and the spine. So that we can keep those shoulders relaxed. And 1 more each side. Finishing up right ear to right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. And then roll the head back up to center. Let's bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Inhale, dive the fingers forward and scoop up towards the sky. Exhale, peel the hands apart, elbows wide. Turn the palms forward, drawing the elbows down. Imagine you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, hands together, dive forward and up. Exhale to open through the heart, the chest. Twice more. Inhale, hands together. We dive. We reach. We open. Exhale. One more. Inhale forward and up. Exhale, widen the chest. And then rain the fingertips down to your side. Let's plant that left hand. Start to reach the right arm up and over. Keeping that right hip nice and grounded. Shoulders away from the ears, gazing wherever is comfortable. Take a breath in. Exhale, we come up and over as we drop into the right hand. Reach that left arm up, left hip grounded. Inhale here. Exhale, come through center again into that left hand. We reach. Exhale, flowing into the right hand. Coming only as far as is comfortable for you. And one more each side. Moving on that exhale. And back to center. Bring the hands down. Actually, we're going to come into a little twist just to warm up the spine a little bit more. So we'll inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, turning the upper body towards the left, opposite hand to knee, however you're sitting. Bring the right hand behind, the left hand. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, bring the arms back up to the sky. Take a breath in here. And exhale, twist it over to the right, opposite hand to knee. Maybe you gaze past your back shoulder. Inhale, back to center. We'll speed it up a little bit. Exhale to twist. Inhale, center, reaching up. Exhale, twist. One more time. In your own time with your own breath. On your last exhale, bring it back to center. And from here, you might give the feet a little stretch or the ankles a little circle. And when you're ready, we're going to come into a butterfly. So turn the soles of the feet to touch, the knees open out left to right. Maybe you take a moment here to bring the hands to the feet, give them a little massage, a little squeeze. Maybe if you're wearing socks at this point, you take the socks off just to connect our feet to the earth. Finding that contact with the skin. Little click. And then find where the hands want to rest. It might be on the feet, the ankles, might even be the shins, even the thighs. See if we can find this lift through the spine. So if you struggle with that, just lift the hips on a cushion, a block, fold a blanket, just to help tilt the pelvis forward, open through the front of the body a little more. And then just start to find a little bounce in the knees. So starting to engage the inner thighs, wake up the hips, find a sense of energy in the body here, this playfulness. Making sure we're breathing. Baddha Konasana, butterfly. And then maybe we fall into stillness. You might engage through those inner thighs. Imagine you're pressing the knees down towards the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, release. Bring those knees together. You might give them a hug. You might bring the hands behind and just find a little rock. And then we're going to find our way to all fours. If the knees are feeling sensitive, just bring a blanket, a towel underneath the knees. Or if you're on a mat, you can always sort of fold your mat over so you've got extra padding. And let's meet. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, spreading the fingers here. So again, a bit like with the feet, we're connecting the hands to the earth. We're connecting either the toes or the tops of the feet to the earth here. Find that nice flat back position. And then bringing your attention to the tailbone. Let's inhale, lift the tailbone to the sky, drop the belly to the floor, widen the chest forward, and just find a softening in the elbows. Lift the gaze. Cow pose. Exhale, tailbone tucks under. We start to round through the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. Tuck the chin. Cat pose. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Widen, radiate the chest. Exhale, take it back the other way. And just a few more like this. Maybe the eyes close or the gaze softens. Again, sort of circling that awareness back into the body. Removing what can be the distraction of sight. One more round. And then the next time we come to cat pose, just start to sink the hips to the heels, coming into a child's pose. Maybe you melt the forehead to the earth. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, still rounding through the spine, come back to all fours. We're going to start to come into a little bit of a gentle back bend. So you might walk the hands forward a little bit more, about a hand's width. Or hand's length even. And then we're going to start to shift the weight forward. Now you might stop here or in sort of a half plank pose. Or maybe if it feels okay in the back, the hips start to come forward, you can soften the elbows into a little upward facing dog or sphinx pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, come back to that child's pose, round the back. Inhale through cat. Sink the pelvis forward, open the chest, your variation here. Exhale, send the hips back. One more. And coming to rest in that child's pose. So let's take one more breath in, child's pose, Balasana. Exhale, make your way back to all fours. If, like me, the knees have sort of naturally widened, bring the knees back underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under. Bring the hands a little wider than the shoulders. Spread the fingers. Let's send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Now you might pedal through the legs here. Straightening one, bending the other. You might even sort of gently shake out the neck. Maybe you come to find stillness in your downward dog. Feet about hip width, distance apart. Again, head and neck are soft, are free. And you can find a bend in the knees here. If, like me, the hamstrings are tight or the lower back is feeling sensitive. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale, starting to look forwards. And with lots of little steps, step the feet to the hands. You can lift onto the fingertips. until we come to Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, relax the weight of the head here. You might be with the legs straight, maybe like me, the knees bend. Fingertips can be on the floor. They can hang, or you can hold on to opposite elbows. If the back's really not happy here, bend the knees, bring the elbows onto the knees, and then just relax the head. If the arms are hanging, maybe you find a little sway side to side. And then come to stillness. Everyone, take a breath in, starting to look forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under as you round, unraveling, unfurling, up to standing. Roll the shoulders back. Tadasana. And we'll meet here. Finding again that sense of balance between the feet, that sense of grounding. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms out and up. Palms together. Exhale, thumbs to the third eye and then to the heart. Again, inhale, reach out and up. Join the hands together. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Hands together and to the heart space. Now this time, inhale, reach the arms out, left to right. Draw the palms together, and as you exhale, we're going to shift our weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee and interlock the hands or bring the hands to the knee for a little balance. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, you can bring the hand onto a chair, a wall, and just start to circle the left ankle here. You might find a point to sort of focus the gaze, a drishti. Circling the ankle one way and then the other. Good, and then gently return the foot. On the other side, inhale, reach out and up. Palms together, shift your weight into the left foot, bring that right foot up, catch the knee, and circle the ankle. The other way, you might find one leg's a little more wobbly than the other. And then release. Good. So we're going to come to the top of the mat, making sure if we can that we're barefoot, that we've got nothing like blocks or cushions that we could trip on as we start to find our flow here. So coming to the top of the mat, take a breath in, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive down into a forward fold, soften the knees. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs, flat back position. Exhale, wave the spine down, forward fold. We're going to step back with the right foot. Turn the foot to drop the heel so that back foot's on a nice diagonal. Left toes facing forward. Again, we're rooting, we're grounding through the feet. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Reach the arms to the sky for warrior one. As you bend into the front knee, back leg nice and long. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, spread the fingers. See if we can find a gentle tucking under of the tailbone. So we've got this almost upward current of energy through the front of the body. This downward current of energy washing over the back of the body. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, start to turn the chest open. Warrior 2. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Maybe we bend a little deeper into that front knee. Gazing just past your front fingertips. Again, we've still got that gentle tucking under of the pelvis here. Take another breath in. Exhale, we're going to interlock the hands around the tailbone. So we're here. Start to roll the shoulders back to open the chest. Take another breath in. And exhale, we're going to start to bow the chest towards your front thigh. So just stopping wherever is most comfortable for you. Humble warrior. If you're feeling quite open here, maybe the left shoulder comes to rest on that left thigh. As you bow the head to the earth, the hands can reach up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, use the hands to draw your way all the way back up to standing. Good. Release the hands. Turn back to warrior two. Arms parallel to the floor. Front hand or elbow comes onto the front knee. Reach the right fingertips to the sky. Or maybe we reach that right arm up and over ear. Shoulders releasing away from the ears. Gaze wherever is most comfortable. Take a breath in. Exhale, front hand circles the face and the chest. Come back to warrior two. This time straighten the front leg, triangle. Windmill the left hand onto the thigh or the shin, avoiding the knee. Right fingertips to the sky. Good. Take another breath in. Exhale, start to bend your front knee and shift your weight into that front foot. You can lift up onto your back toes. So coming into a little balance here. Maybe that back foot steps in a little bit. And we start to sort of shift our weight into that left foot fully. Whoop, right foot comes back behind us. Right fingertips to the sky. Maybe that left hand starts to reach towards the floor or a chair, or if you have a block, we can bring that left hand onto a block. Half a moon. Turn the right toes out towards the right side of the room. We want to feel as if we're opening the hips here, stacking the shoulders. Take one more breath in. Woo. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it all together, all down. Relax the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back for downward dog. And then shifting your weight into the left foot, start to reach the right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee. Swing that right knee towards the nose. Coming to pigeon, gently place your right knee towards your right thumb. Your left toes turning towards, your right toes turning towards the left side of the mat. And then slide the left leg away. We want to avoid sitting into the right hip here. Keep the hips nice and level here. If you're feeling again a bit tight in the hips, you can bring a block, a cushion underneath that right glute, just to help support the hips. Now maybe we stay lifted here. Or if you want to, take a breath in. And exhale, bow the head, the chest towards the floor. You can use the hands as a little pillow here. Forehead to the earth. Take a few nice deep breaths. Kapatanasana, pigeon pose. We're softening gently with every exhale into that right glute without twisting the hips. Good. One more breath in. Exhale if we're bowed. Bring the hands to the earth and gently raise the chest. Good. Tuck your back toes under. Just step that left knee in and then slide the right knee to the left. Take a child's pose here. hips to heels, or maybe bring the knees nice and wide. And bow the head, the belly, the chest to the earth. Again, if the forehead doesn't quite come down to the floor, use the hands as a pillow, or you can do 1 potato, 2 potato, or bring that cushion or block underneath the head. Just taking a few breaths here to soften, to settle. Tapping back into that wider breath. As you inhale, can you feel that expansion in the rib cage? As you exhale, can you melt through the heart, the torso, the spine? And 2 more breaths. This time on your exhale, coming back to all fours. Walk the knees back underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under, come back to your downward facing dog. Take a cycle of breath here. And then starting to gaze towards the hands. We'll come to forward fold. You can take lots of little steps, or maybe take a big step with one foot and then the other. Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the weight of the head. Inhale, gazing forward, starting to ground through the feet. Exhale, roll up to standing. Reach the arms out left to right as you raise up. Hands together. Exhale to the heart space. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, back to that forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, hands to shins or thighs, flat back position. Exhale, bowing down, forward fold. This time, take a step back with the left foot. Turn the foot to drop the heel. Root the feet into the mat. Inhale, press into the feet, roll up to standing. If you need to sort of widen or narrow your stance here, if you've taken it too big, too small, just make those adjustments. Then inhale, raise the arms to the sky, warrior one. Softening into that front knee as much as you want to. Not letting the belly get too relaxed here. Tuck that tailbone under. Shoulders soft. Spread the fingers. Inhale. Exhale, widen it to warrior two, opening to the left side of the mat. Keep that right knee stacked over the ankle. Maybe sink deeper into your warrior here. Inhale, bring the hands behind the tailbone. Interlock the fingers, roll the shoulders back, and imagine pressing the backs of the hands down towards the floor. Turning slightly to face that left leg. Your right leg. Getting my left and right mixed up today. Take a breath in. Exhale, start to bow down towards that right leg. Now stopping wherever you feel you need to. Maybe that right shoulder comes onto the right knee. Goodness me. Relax the head. Hands can reach up to the sky. Humble warrior. And exhale, use the hands to bring yourself back up to standing. Arms back to warrior two. And exhale, right hand or elbow to the right knee. Left hand to the sky. Or maybe you reach over the ear. Extended side angle. Strong in the feet here. A nice side body opener. Inhale once more. Exhale, front arm across the face and the chest. Come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. And this time, right hand floats onto the right thigh or the right shin as the left hand reaches to the sky. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Feet grounded, chest open. Take one more breath. Exhale, start to bend into that front knee and just step the left foot forward a little bit. We can shift our weight into that right foot. Ooh, lifting the left perhaps. Keep the right arm lifted, left arm lifted. Now maybe if you want to come into that half moon again, hand comes to the floor or a block. Spiral the chest all the way open to the left, even turning the toes to face the left. Shoulders soft. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And exhale, take it all to a forward fold. Block can come away. Take a breath in. And out. Planting the hands, come to downward dog. Hips up nice and high. This time shift your weight into the right foot, lift the left foot to the sky, bending the knee and swing the knee towards the nose. Then planting the left knee to the left thumb, toes to the right side of the mat as you slide that right leg out long. Sinking the hips without twisting. Again, if the hips naturally want to twist, just bring that block or blanket under the hip. Now we can stay here, opening through the chest, Kapatanasana. Or maybe you bow down towards the floor. Hands can come to a little pillow. Or again, you can stack one fist on top of the other. Softening down towards the earth here. Pigeon pose. Each exhale, inviting us to soften through that left hip. A little more with each breath. And one more breath in. Exhale, bring the hands under the shoulders, lift up. Good. And from here, let's come back into our child's pose. We'll tuck the right toes under, lift that back knee in a little bit. Slide the left knee to the right, hips to heels. Maybe you widen the knees. Come back to your child's pose. This sense of surrender here. Of course, if child's pose isn't comfortable, you can either just come to kneeling or to a seat. Or you can always come down to your back and just hug the knees into the chest. That similar shape, wherever you are. Find, as I said, that sense of surrender and softening. Noticing what's going through the mind. Without judging, criticizing. Just having awareness. Take one more wide, deep breath. And stay for the exhale. Then bring the hands under the shoulders. Raise up to kneeling or all fours. And we'll come and take a seat. We can extend the legs out in front. We'll come to a little twist here. So if, like me, the hamstrings are a bit tight, grab something to sit on. A block, a cushion, a blanket. And we'll extend the right leg out long here. See if you can flex the right toes to the sky. Bending the left knee, bring it to the inside of your right thigh. Take a moment to bring the hands to that left knee. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, grounding down through your seat. Again, inhale, sitting tall. This time as you exhale, lift that left arm to the sky, circle it around and back until the fingertips come to find the floor behind you. Use the right hand to hug that left knee a little closer towards the belly. Or maybe we bring the inside of the right elbow to sort of hook around the leg, drawing that knee a little closer. Shoulders are still soft, still relaxed. Keeping the right toes flexed. Maybe the eyes closed. The belly soft. Spiraling the heart open towards the left. Maybe you turn the chin to the back shoulder. Continuing that rotation. That spiraling. Breathing nice and consciously here. One more breath in. Exhale, unravel to center. Extend the left leg out long. Flex the left toes. Bend the right knee, foot to the inside of the thigh. Interlock the hands around that right leg. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, grounding through your seat. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, right arm lifts up, circles back and around, hand resting behind you here. Widening through the chest, dropping the shoulders. Maybe we turn to look past the back shoulder. Maybe the eyes close. You can use that left hand to hug the knee closer to the belly, or maybe you wrap the inner elbow around the knee. Left toes stay active. Just noticing the sensations you feel here in the body, in the back, in the hips. Breathing deep. One more breath in. Exhale, unravel back to center. Stretch both legs out long. You can circle the ankles or give the knees a little bounce. And then, my dear, come down onto your back. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Vipassana, knees to chest pose or wind relieving pose. You're in your own home. You can let it all go. You might find a little rock here. Maybe using the hands to circle the knees. Just getting into that lower back. And then come back to stillness. And let's gently release the feet to the floor. Reach the arms over the head. Extend the legs out long. Inhale, take a full body stretch. Exhale, let it all relax. You can float the arms down to your sides. And come to find your Shavasana. Maybe that's traditional in the sense of the legs out long, arms by your sides with the palms face up. Maybe you want to keep those arms above the head. Maybe the knees bend and the feet draw wide, the knees draw together. Maybe you even come to lie on your side. Whatever is most comfortable for you here. The eyes close. And starting to bring the image into your mind of lying underneath a beautiful big tree. Its leaves starting to change into that beautiful orange gold color. It's a sort of warm, sunny autumnal day. And you can feel every so often a new leaf fall from the tree. Just gently sort of brushing the body as they fall towards the earth. And with each falling leaf, just imagine yourself becoming more relaxed, dropping further into this safety, this sense of security. The mind quietens more and more with each leaf that falls, the body more relaxed. And thoughts just starting to drift, to fall, to release, just like those leaves. And so you can stay here for as long as you want. If you are ready to get back to your day, just start to bring a little wiggle to the fingers and the toes. Maybe you rock the head from one side to the other. Maybe you stretch the arms and the legs. And we'll meet with the hands in prayer. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. May all beings be happy, healthy, and free. Namaste. Let the light within me greet the light within you. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.